In the wake of a second attempt on Donald Trump's life, Dems call for a decrease in temperature. But who turned it up? Take a seat here on the back porch and let's talk it out. It has been 3 days since the most recent attempt on Donald Trump's life, and the internet is still buzzing. Mainstream media pundits have been singing constant choruses of both sides, and Trump's extreme rhetoric in medley and three-part harmony. It's been something to behold. Meanwhile, Trump boosters have wasted no time in pointing out that only one side of the political divide is getting shot at. This is hardly a new phenomenon, just ask Steve Scalise and Rand Paul, and yet progressives and other pinkos have jumped at the opportunity to call for censorship. The lefty powers that be like to pretend that if Republicans just stopped talking, everything would be sunshine and roses. After all, Trump was asking for it. Well, here at the back porch, our memories are a little longer than that. We remember mainstream voices like Reagan and Gingrich being called Nazis for not being Dems. We remember being told that milquetoasts like Bob Dole, John McCain, and Mitt Romney were threats to the nation. We even remember Bill Maher letting the mask slip and trying to convince us that Trump was uniquely scary. We don't believe you. For his part, Trump is not about to take this lying down. He released a statement on his campaign website, 4 pages worth of violent rhetoric coldly directed at himself. Kamala Harris repeatedly stated that Trump is a threat to our democracy and fundamental freedoms. Joe Biden has said that it's time to put Trump in a bullseye, that Trump is a genuine threat to this nation. He's literally a threat to everything America stands for. Tim Walz said, "Are Republicans a threat to democracy? Yes. Are they going to put people's lives in danger? Yes." Nancy Pelosi has said that Trump is a threat to our democracy of the kind we have not seen. Jasmine Crockett said MAGA in general, they are a threat to us domestically. And Dan Goldman said he is destructive to our democracy and he, meaning Trump, has to be eliminated. Now, there's a whole list of this. There are 4 pages of these sorts of things, and that could have gone on for a long, long time. Yesterday, Karine Jean-Pierre was asked by Fox News' Peter Doocy about her language referring to Trump as a threat, a question she did not take too kindly to. It's been only 2 days since somebody allegedly tried to kill Donald Trump again, and you're here at the podium at the White House briefing room, calling him a threat. Doocy pointed out, how many more assassination attempts on Donald Trump until the president and the vice president and you pick a different word to describe Trump other than threat? Jean-Pierre snapped back, if anything from this administration, I actually completely disagree with the premise of your question. That question you're asking, it's so incredibly dangerous in the way you're asking it, because American people are watching. As if the American people have not been watching since 2015. YouTube commentator TenNapel made an important point yesterday, reminding us that words are not the same as actions, and that censorship does not change the hearts of men. While I cannot disagree with him, and while I do believe that we cannot share the shooter's guilt with anyone else, we must also realize that the words we say shape the minds and the thoughts of our hearers. Every speaker has a duty to those who listen to deal honestly, for it is in hearing that a person builds a framework to understand, which is at least part of why lying is so egregious. Only the shooter is responsible for the shooting, but the media and the political elites are responsible for building a world in which the shooter's decisions seemed reasonable. But what do you think? Are the Dems stoking fires to give an excuse for censorship? Should Trump lead the way by cooling down his tone? Tell us what you think in the comments section below. If you liked the video, throw us a like and maybe even subscribe and come around later for more news from the back porch.